Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Dragonjonz, and we're going to talk about the DLCs, Nationals review, all the stuff of the year. So let's start off with talking about my DLC runs. So when I first started this game, I was playing red purple, but then I adapted to the middle and I ended up playing green purple for the first DLC. And that DLC was DLC Atlanta, right? So that DLC, I went undefeated, and I didn't know how the draws system worked, so I actually didn't really draw with anybody. I played it out. It was a best of two, so I 2-0 everybody until I got to like round 6, I think it was. I think it was 8 rounds, and I had to play against my friend, and I didn't want to knock him out of the top pairing, so I was like, you know what, we can draw, and then I'm gonna play my next two. Now play my next one. And I 2-0 that person, and then I had to play Zach Biz for the final match. And I won game 1, guys. And then I won game 1, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna 2-0 Zach Bibbins, and then we're gonna go to day 2 as #1 seed forever. And then game 2, it was the closest game ever, and he snuck me out. He went runner, he got me, and so we end up in a 1-1 draw. But at the end of that, I still was #1 seed in Atlanta, the first DLC, and everybody was scared of me, saying, "Wow, this guy doesn't want to draw, and he's playing it out." So everybody was scared to play against me. It was funny. And then day 2, I lost my first match to Blue Red, which was a good matchup, to Ivan, and that was one of the craziest experiences of my life. And I was like, I'll go undefeated, first seed, and losing to the best matchup. But I played horribly. Looking at the video now, I'll play it really horribly because I know exactly what I did wrong. But it was the first DLC. I was inexperienced. All right, let's move on to the next DLC, right? After that, I went to a top 32 finish with Blue Steel in Texas. And then after that, I went to a top 8 finish versus in Vegas. It was my first Golden Mickey, and I was playing Blue Red for the first time in the DLC. And then after that, I took out Blue Red again to Seattle and went top 32. So those are only went to 4 DLCs because I thought I wasn't a good enough player to go to like the other DLCs. I could have went overseas, Canada, stuff like that. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna waste my money to just travel. I'm just gonna lose, you know. So, but then when I did go to DLC, I topped every one of them, and I was like, well, I should have went to all the DLCs. And then the DLCs ended for like 6 months, and I was like, well, we got no DLCs, nothing to do. I guess we'll just play other games and just chill for a little bit. And then after that, we went to DLC Milwaukee this year, and I was like, okay, this meta is standard, is crazy. You don't know what happened, who are top decks better, who's on the play. And guess what? I was on the draw 80% of my games, and I still was able to win my matches. Thankfully, it was the best of 3. So I top 4 with Purple Steel at Milwaukee. Got the second Golden Mickey. Got an invite to Nationals again. And then after that, I played Purple Steel again at the CCQ for Charlie's Collectibles show, where I had to play against Zan. Everybody saw me on camera play against Zan, and we'll talk about what happened to Zan in a few minutes. So yes, I piloted Purple Steel at CCQ, went undefeated again. Second seed to Diego's first seed. I don't know what, but Diego's always first seed for some reason. He was first seed at the DLC Milwaukee. I'm like, this dude is playing dogs, and he knows what he's doing. And I was able to knock him out in top 8 at Milwaukee too. So we were gonna run a rematch if he would have played me, and he ended up losing to Dog's matchup, which is crazy. Because the mirror matches is just who draws better. That's how it goes. So me playing Zan, right? I was like watching most of his matches and stuff like that throughout the day, and I'm like, okay, he's playing this combo deck, and I'm used to playing combo decks in Magic, and I was like, okay, and every time I see him do the combo, he just had weird spots where he had like the card under the cat or something like that, and he was able to bounce it and still combo and win the game. And I was just like, whoop. And it's really bad for Purple Steel. It was bad before because you never can kill Monstro with Purple Steel. So that matchup, I was like, well, I'm just gonna go aggro just to take him out, right? And I was like, all right, well, let's go aggro. I was gonna play. I was the highest seed. I was like, let's do it. And that opening hand was the best hand I had all tournament. And I'm like, there's no way he win this game. If he starts to combo to win, then he deserved to win this game. So I went 1 drop, 2 drop, and curved out perfectly. Banished everything that I want to say kill so bad. I've been saying it so long, but banished everything that he played, right? And then it came down to the one turn where he had to play the well and then have like the combo piece in hand. And if I drew Elsa or another strength or anything I needed right there, I just win the game. And then we didn't draw the finishing pieces. I was in rage mode, like not rage mode, but like and destroy him mode, you know? So I was like, I wasn't really thinking, I was thinking about how do I win this game right here, right now. I want to end it quick before I even do anything. Because in Magic, you know, you sit there and your opponent just be like, huh, I am just gonna do the combo, and then you just be like, well, show me. And then they be like, all right. And they take like 20 minutes, and then they finally be like, oh, there's the card, and this is gonna kill you, infinite loop, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh. So I prematurely conceded early because I was like, okay, he got the thing, he can just draw the cards, get a book, or the Mona, or Circle of Life, or any of these things, and just draw cards, and then just do the combo and win the game. So I was like, all right, let's go next. And then everybody's like, whoa, he didn't have it, or whatever, but it is what it is. We're just playing for the playmat. I already got my invite for nationals, so it was just like me beating him was the only thing I was playing for. And I was like, because Zan beat me 3 times now, guys, 3 times. 0-2 versus Zan 3 times. I was like, how? I 0-2 versus him in Vegas top 8. When I was playing Blue Red versus his discard deck, he discarded my whole hand. You watched that video. Everybody watched that video across the world. And then I played against him at the SSG Invitational. And it was my winning match to get top 8. And I lost to him. He playing Emerald Steel Princesses. And that was the easiest matchup for me. I just never drew Sisu. I'm like, what? And then I played against him with this purple Steel versus combo deck. And then I conceded and power punted the game, game 1. And then game 2 I just drew bad, so I didn't even have a chance to go to game 3. And I was just like, I haven't beat Zan yet. Not even beat a game on Zan. I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But it's gonna come. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna beat Zan, and I'm gonna beat. I already beat most of the high-end players. I beat Ed at DLC. I played against Diego at DLC in top 8. Beat Diego. I didn't get a chance to play Frank Karsten. I was gonna play him, but we got a repair, which was interesting. And then there's some other ones out there, world-class cards that I'm going to take down. Because I'm hunting down the world-class card guys, you know. I beat Beefcakes. I beat Jonathan Lamb. I didn't play against Tiago yet. That's one person I didn't play against yet at the DLCs or any of the tournaments. I think I played him once before. He beat me when I first started, long time ago, because he knows me from there. But alright, so let's talk about refresh of Nationals. So you know that I got disqualified for Nationals back then for dropping a card, whatever. After that, I was depressed about the game. I was like gonna quit, but you know, people talk to me, like Zan did a video helping me talk about it and everything, and had my back's like, oh nah, he's not a cheater and all the other stuff, and everybody's like, people still think I'm cheating a day. I saw multiple posters about it, and I'm just like, it is what it is. Y'all, if people think that, that's what it is. But you gotta think about this though. I went to all these DLCs, right? All these SSG tournaments, all these invitationals, all this other stuff, and I made what, top 8 every time or better. And not one time have you ever have somebody called me out or I got disqualified any of these tournaments other than national, you know, saying I was cheating or doing something shady or stuff like that, you know. That's what I'm wondering about. People saying it, I'm like, so if I go to all the DLC for the next year too, and I still do good in top, what are they gonna still say it? And it's like, but it's a different story. Like, you know, if I had like marked cards for multiple times, like, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they gotta be cheating. If you like, if I go to a tournament, they're like, oh, he got marked cards, and they go to another tournament, oh, still have marked cards, then yeah, maybe that's definitely cheating. But I got deck checked every tournament. For real, I got deck checked the DLC 3 times in Milwaukee, and I was like, what? They try to make sure they ain't dropping no cards. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. I get to see Aiden, a little kid next to me, beat DKP. It was like a really good year after that, Nationals. And I get to go back to Nationals again, try to make it to Worlds. It really hurts because last Nationals, I was like undefeated and had the best chance of getting to day 2, and then one win I would got to Worlds, which was crushing because now if I go to National again, if I don't make it, then I don't get to go to Worlds, and there was a chance back then, you know? So it's like, well, I got my invite on the first try, so hopefully I get my invite to Worlds on the first try again too. Or I just win Richmond and get a DLC, the first place DLC, and go to Worlds, you know? That's my goal now, to try to win, but the meta is a little bit stale, and it's just like, we'll draw better, you know. I play Purple Seal. If I play the mirror match, and you see like David Nunez play against me, he 2-0'd me, he just drew better. Like, we both had the strengths, we both had that stuff like that, but in game, he just drew better than me, and it is what it is. So this year, we're gonna be trying not to drop no cards and play the game best we can, you know? I think it's because I play fast though, to be honest. I'm a fast player when it comes down. Like, I know what things I'm doing, I know what I'm gonna do. I do pause every now and then, because I'll be like, all right, I gotta think about this play. And when I pause, most of the time it means the game's about to end. Either you about to win, or I'm about to win the next turn. Because then I gotta think about all the outs or what you're gonna do and all that stuff. Like when I played against Dan, he was playing dogs, and I sat there for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, let me think about this. I'll think about how I play around under the sea. I'll think about playing Chromacon. I'll think about playing around all these things, right? Tramps, all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, do this, check, go. And then he started doing his thing, play Tramp, and I'm like, you got under the sea, I just die. And he's like, oh, I don't play no under the seas. I don't play no Chromacons. So I'm over here thinking for no reason. No reason. And I'm just like, wow. So he played none of it. If I had deck lists, then I'd just be like, oh, you just dead, no matter what. But I didn't know at all. But going to the next year, we're gonna try to get the Worlds. That's the goal. I gotta be the second blue-red player to get the champion, right? DKP did it, and everybody thought that he was out of it, and he wasn't gonna be able to do the win Worlds because they're gonna ban his blue-red, and he still won Worlds. That was crazy. I was like, geez, if I was there as the other blue-red player, it would have been fun to see what happens. Well, all right, guys, have a good, happy New Year's. I just want to do an end recap video. I do update my videos and deck lists on my Patreon. Still trying to figure out what I'm gonna play. Do I play Purple Steel? Do I hard switch to Blurple? Play Green Blue? Maybe I do a Diego and play Dogs. I don't know yet. I just don't feel whatever's comfortable. And most people go like, oh, it's Purple Steel, but I might surprise you, you never know. Because right now I'm tired of going 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have it? Do you have it? Stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, Dragon out.